Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to each and everyone all over the world. I just want to introduce to you guys our host for this afternoon. Someone who has been in this country for more than 3 decades, someone who has been in IT for more than 3 decades as well. We call him the man on the mission. Someone who came into this opportunity, he took like just 2 weeks and decided, he went to the back office and studied everything about ONPASSIVE. He decided that he wanted to come and teach us because he loved us so much. He wants everyone to understand what ONPASSIVE is all about. And he wants all of us to spread the news out there. I just want to introduce to you guys the man on the mission. We call him Mr. Charles Awesome.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. We really appreciate you and your services. You are super, super consistent. I don't know if we have 2 of you, okay? So thank you very much for everything you do. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we do have some guests here today because this is all about guests.
Yes, we do.
It's not a founders hangout, right?
Yes, we do have guests.
All right, welcome to you founders, of course. Welcome especially to all our guests. I am going to be locking up this webinar because we don't want interferences when we start. So if somebody should miss this, I believe we'll have another one on Thursday. In fact, we'll have our corporate webinar later this afternoon, so they can always go there, right? Now, it is locked. And like Dr. Benny said, I've been in the United States for a very, very long time. And for 36 years, over 36 years now. And during that time, I have been working like everybody else. I will be talking to you about this opportunity by kind of telling you my story, right? Because Mark Twain once said, once you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. And so it's just the truth, it's just my story. Hopefully you can resonate with that story, right? So about 34 years ago, I ran into the works of Mr. Warren Buffett, who said that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. For those of you who don't know him, he's like the 3rd wealthiest person on earth. That resonated with me. So every time when I go to sleep, I'm thinking, hopefully I'm making money, because if I'm not, I don't sleep very well. I decided to stop working for corporate America just over 4 years ago. And I recall a colleague of mine saying to me, Charles, you are very fortunate. You must have saved up a lot of money to be retiring this early. And I said to him, not really. On the contrary, I have worked for so long and I can't seem to save up the kind of money that I would like. So I'm going to have to do things differently. There has to be a better way. So once I stopped working, I got myself an office in Maryland in the United States. Just over 2 years ago, a trusted friend of mine came into my office and said to me, Charles, I have this opportunity that I want to share with you. And I said, okay, just so you know, prior to retiring from corporate America, I had been studying rigorously the behavioral patterns of successful people. One of them is that they will take a look at an opportunity when you bring it to them. So I decided to behave like one of them that day. And I told my friend, I will be looking at it, but first, I have these 3 questions that we have to settle before we move forward. Question number 1, will I have to recruit in order to make money with this opportunity? If I'm not able to sell to even one person, am I going to make money? And when I say money, I mean real money, serious money, enough money to give me financial freedom. Now remember, I had time freedom because I had, right? I stopped working, but I was still in search for financial freedom. There are people that have time freedom with no financial freedom. There are people who have financial freedom with no time freedom. I don't envy any of that. I want to have both. When you have both time and financial freedom, we say you have total freedom. So I was looking for total freedom. So I asked my friend, with this opportunity, if I cannot recruit to even one person, because I am an African and recruiting is not in our culture, am I going to be able to make the kind of money that will give me the time freedom, the financial freedom that I so badly desire, right? You will make so much money, you're going to leave a legacy for your children and your grandchildren and beyond. I like that. And I said to him, let's go to question number 2. Will I have to come out of pocket every month in, month out, to pay some bill? In the industry, they call it ownership. Will I have to pay a monthly ownership? He said to me, nope, Charles. When this company launches, that's it. You'll have to come out of pocket one time and you're done. So that tells you what? When he came to me, the company was still in pre-launch. I said, oh, wow, that's great. Well, let's go to the third and final question. This is a very important question. And before I tell you what it is, I just want to share with you how I came about this question. Very important. Towards the end of 2016, I knew for a fact that I was going to stop working for corporate America. So I coined those 2 questions that I just mentioned to you guys. And they worked very well, at least for some time. I landed on some very, very good opportunities. I was making so much money, I could never stop smiling. I thought I had arrived. But not for long. About a year and a half later, all of these companies took a nosedive. All of them went belly up. So I was forced to do another thing that successful people do so well. Thankfully, I had been studying their behavioral patterns, right? I was forced to fail forward. What does failing forward mean? It means if you fall down once, you get up once. If you fall down 10 times, you get up 10 times. You dust yourself. You look at what went wrong, why you fell. And then you move forward with experience so that you don't repeat the same mistakes. I had to do that. And upon examining all these different companies, I realized one thing. All of them had one thing in common. They did not have a legitimate, viable product. By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Yes, people come to me and say, Charles, but I'm selling vitamins, I'm selling juices, I'm selling lotions. Those are viable. No, they're not. Viability means something that if you don't have, life is almost unbearable. So everybody will be complaining, everybody needs it. That's viability. For example, say someone was to do away with your phone today, your cell phone. I'm pretty sure you will not live very long without it. You have to go get another one. Just like the internet. Okay? You don't have internet in this day and age, life is almost unbearable. That's viability. So that became my third question, and I asked my friend that day, this company that you are bringing to me, do they have a legitimate viable product or legitimate viable products? At least one of them. Do they have it? And he said to me, Charles, you have an extensive IT background. I am sure you will understand these products better than me. And I said, okay, no problem. I went back, took a look at these products, and I came back to him and I said, my friend, should this company succeed in just what they're trying to do, we are going to have a shake-up of the internet. I called it internet quake. I was thinking of earthquake. So I called it internet quake. We're going to have it. But we're going to have to wait a while, maybe 4 years, maybe 5 years. And he didn't like that. He said, why do you say that, Charles? I said, because what else I did, and guess what? This company is using artificial intelligence, AI for short, in every step of the development process. AI is a disruptive technology. And what is a disruptive technology? One that comes every once in a while. It'll change the way we do things. We have no choice. In other words, it'll disrupt our lives. AI is yet the most disruptive technology mankind has ever known. But AI is very involved. It involves machine learning. It involves empirical data. It involves millions upon millions of lines of coding. And for those of you who are familiar with software development, you know that is time consuming. So I told my friend, we're going to have to buckle up, fasten our seatbelts, and simply enjoy that roller coaster. But I also told him, I don't care how long this is going to take. I need to be part of this company right now. I had something called FOMO, fear of missing out. I had missed out on a few opportunities earlier on in my life. I wasn't going to miss out on this one. No, not for any length of time, not at any cost. So I also asked him, how much is it going to cost me if I were to become part of this company today? And I was expecting him to give me some huge amount of money, like 15, 20K, 25K. Believe me, I had my credit card ready. In the United States, we do not need cash. All we need is plastics. We'll call them plastics, credit cards. And I had a few of those. But my friend looked up on me and said, Charles, believe it or not, all you need is $97, 97. And I said to him, you've got to be kidding, right? He said, nope, I'm damn serious. And I said, okay, well, here's my credit card, put it on there. By the time we were done, I had paid $102. Just so you know, there is a $5 small fee that banks will charge you, credit or debit card. Big deal. I told him, consider that dinner for two. But I also told him, I do not have 4 years or 5 years to be monitoring this company. So call me, text me, email me, do whatever it takes to get me informed so that I can get involved when they are closer to launch. He said, sure. 8 months later, he gave me a call, Charles, the CEO of this company wants to talk to us in a week's time. Can you make yourself available? And I said, why not? 1 week later, I hopped on a call just like this. And there was Mr. Ash Mofara, the CEO of this company I'm talking to you about. Mr. Ash Mofara, for those of us who have been founders for some time, we have come to know and love him dearly. Not only because he's going to help us make money, but I can assure you, yeah, he will help us make a lot of money, but also, and more specifically, because of his heart for humanity. We do have quite a few geniuses out there. They have the brains. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, okay? Just to name a few. These guys all have the brains. But do they have the heart? My friends, as you come to join ONPASSIVE, you will find out. Not only does our CEO have the brains, but he also has the heart. And a lot of us leaders resonate with him. But mind you, I was listening to him for the very first time ever. And I hopped on that call and he said, folks, we have been making a lot of progress. In fact, we are closer to launch than ever. That statement, I must admit, threw me off because just 8 months earlier, I had told my friend, we're going to have to wait a long time. Now, all of a sudden, this dude is telling us we are closer to launch. So I'm confused. I'm saying, wait a minute. I thought, who is he kidding? I thought I knew what they're trying to do. But what that did was it got my attention. I was listening keenly. And he said, we have leased a building in Bangalore in India. For those of you who are familiar with that part of the world, Bangalore is like the Silicon Valley of India. Now, if you look behind me, you'll see a building that says ONPASSIVE on it. Fairly new building, December 2020, we acquired this building. But at the time, this building was non-existent. Mr. Mofara had gone to Bangalore. He had leased 2 floors in a high-rise building. And he said, we have hired 200 engineers, the cream of the crop, the best of the best. And these guys are working around the clock to make sure that our dream is realized. So now I'm thinking, okay, most startup companies are going to have 20, maybe 25 engineers. Most startup companies are going to have these engineers work 8, maybe 9, maybe 10 hours a day. I know, because I've been part of a few of those. But Mr. Mofara goes to the source, right? And when I say source, for those of you who are in IT, you agree with me that Indians are the best in the game, hands down. And by the way, labor is way cheaper in India than it is in the United States. And that's why all the big guys are there. Google, Apple, all of them are there. So Mr. Mofara goes to the source. He did not get 20 or 25 engineers. No, he got 200 of them. The best, like he said. And these guys are not working 8 or 9 or 10 hours a day. No, these guys are working 24/7. These guys are working around the clock. These guys are taking turns to make sure that our dream is realized. So now in my mind, I'm saying, okay, with this kind of a resource, yes, you are able to cut time frames. With this kind of a resource, yes, you are able to do in 2 years what is scheduled to take 5 years or more. So my belief factor does what? It goes up. And I'm listening keenly. And Mr. Mofara says, we are unfortunate. We have a few of us, insiders, founding members like you and I. They have been unethical. They're doing some things that we don't want. So we're going to be coming up with a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA for short. When you see those NDAs, please sign them up, because it is the only way you can benefit from this great company. 2 months later, he called up another meeting. Folks, NDAs are out. Go sign them up. I went back, took a look at this long document. Of course, I'm not an attorney by any stretch of the imagination, but by the time I was done reading this document, it occurred to me that this is that time. This is that time I told my friend to get me involved. This is that time that I wanted to see what's going on so I can really take a deep breath and say, let's go to work, okay? I looked at the time, money, energy spent, excuse me, from the time I joined up until that moment. And I said, wow, this is serious, no longer a joke, right? I looked up, they had over 40,000 founding members. Of course, I did not see a lot of African names. I know them when I see them, okay? And that bothered me. And I'm saying to myself, this is another opportunity that is gonna blow by us, okay? No, I'm not gonna let that, not on my watch. I am gonna make sure everybody hears about it. And my friends, if you're here and you're not from Africa, please, we love you. We're gonna work with you like everybody else. At the time, I just wanted my people to benefit from this great opportunity. So I became what? A man on a mission. And my mission, tell everybody that is willing to listen. If you have ears, you can hear. If you don't, I've done my part, okay? So I called up a few leaders into my office, some of whom happen to be here today. And I said, my friends, we've got to spread the word. What's our best choice? Zoom. Thanks to technology with Zoom, all you need is a smart device. It can be a smartphone, it can be a laptop, an iPad, and then you need internet access, data, as you guys call it in Africa, and you're on. So what is this business I'm talking to you about? ONPASSIVE. Behind me, it says, look at what's on the building. ONPASSIVE, V as in Victor, E as in Edward. And that name was not given by chance. This is a passive opportunity. What does that mean? When this company launches, you pay one little subscription fee, You go on vacation, money in your bank account, day in, day out. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Mofara, that I just mentioned to you a few moments ago, he graduated with a master's in internet marketing and information technology. He went back to Harvard, did some more studies on businesses online business. This guy has a knack for that artificial intelligence, AI, that disruptive technology I just mentioned to you guys. This guy is a guru when it comes to traffic generation. So what is traffic? My friends, traffic is the reason I can dream today. Traffic is the reason I can invite you all to dream with me today. So let's spend a couple minutes talking about traffic because it is that important. What is traffic? Now, traffic is the most fundamental element in any business. And it doesn't matter if this business is offline or online. But I do know most of us here have an age. We are more used to offline businesses. So let's start there. What is traffic offline? So let's say you have a business offline. And it can be any business. It can be a car dealership. It can be a hair salon, a barber shop, a tire store. It doesn't matter. But let's just say it is a restaurant. And I only use that because I love food and I know everybody eats, right? So I have a restaurant and you have a restaurant. Your restaurant is located in a busy area. Same kind of restaurant, okay? Same kind of restaurant. Same chef, same food, everything tastes identical. The only difference, location. Yours, like I said, is located in a busy area, in a shopping mall. Mine is located in a back alley. It is hidden. Well, yours is going to do way better than mine, and here's why. People are going to come to that shopping mall, minding their own business, to do their hair, their nail, buy some clothes, window shopping, whatever it is that brings them to the shopping mall. Eventually, they will get hungry. Yes, they'll look up, spot your restaurant, wander into your restaurant, and the end result of that is what? Sales. My restaurant, on the other hand, people are going to have to know that it is there. People are going to have to leave their homes deliberately to go there. Because of that, it suffers. It suffers from what? Traffic. So what is traffic? Those people, the customers, coming in and out of your business. That's it. Now, what about online traffic? What is that? But before I go there, I just want to say this. In this digital day and age, if you have a business offline, such as that restaurant, you better get yourself an online presence. Otherwise, you're going to be smoked by your competition. The reverse is not true, though. You can have a very successful business online without an offline presence, like Amazon. So what am I saying in essence? It is true that we have millions upon millions of businesses offline. But it is also true that we have more businesses online than we do offline, billions of them. And all these businesses online, they thrive on traffic too. So what is online traffic? Clicks. If you have a business online, for you to make a sale, someone has to click on it first. No clicks, no sales. The more the clicks, the more the sales. So there are individuals online, businesses online, small, big. How do they make money? By driving clicks, customers to all those businesses. And they are making a killing. Good example, Google. And then we have something called targeted traffic, even better. What is targeted traffic? So you go online, and you're looking for a TV, and somebody comes to you and whispers in your ear, why don't you go to charlesoson.com? And the moment you go there, all you see is TVs, all kinds of TVs, all colors, all shapes, all prices. Well, your chances of buying very, very high. That is a targeted customer. That is targeted traffic. So that store, charlesoson.com, just got itself a targeted traffic. That is huge, my friends. And our CEO and founder, Mr. Mofara, that I just mentioned to you guys, is the best in the game of driving targeted traffic. He proved himself. When he graduated, he joined a few companies, drove traffic to them, sent them customers, sent them affiliates. He made some millions doing that, yes. And those companies also made a lot of money. Unfortunately, most of them went out of business. Why? Remember I told you guys, legitimate, viable products, they did not have it. When a company doesn't have that, it is a time bomb, a matter of time before it comes crashing. So Mr. Mofara and his family, notably his wife, are going to come together and say, you know what? We need to stop doing this. We need to stop sending customers to businesses that are eventually going to go out. No, we're going to start our own. We're going to get legitimate, viable digital services. We're going to get founding members, you and I. We're going to drive traffic to them because we are the best in the game. They will make money. We shall make money. Everybody is happy. Hence, the birth of ONPASSIVE. And that is why I told you guys earlier, because of traffic, all of us can dream today. Traffic is a single differentiator between ONPASSIVE and any other company you can think, imagine out there. It doesn't exist. Okay? So guys, just over 3 years ago, and I insist on 3 because at that time, we did not have COVID-19. We did not have any pandemic. These guys were just visionaries. Mr. Mofara and his close friends are going to sit together and say, listen, we are starting our own business. We need some legitimate digital viable services. And what are these? We have about 7.7 billion people on Earth. And at any point in time, statistics show that 7 million of those people are online, looking for something, doing something, searching. Now, today, like I said, with the pandemic, that number, you can multiply that by 10 if you want. But 7 million is still a lot. 7 million people online looking for services. What kind of services are they looking for? So we can provide them. Well, some of them are doing online banking, right? Online banking, I know that, I do that sometimes once a day, sometimes twice a day. And I know a lot of you do that too. When we do these things, there are people, businesses that monetize on our services. And these guys are gonna say, hey, we have AI at the back of our hands. We can do that too, even better. And some people online, some of us online, are on our what? Favorite social media, LinkedIn, okay, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. I love Facebook. But when we are on Facebook, what are we doing? We're sending texts, photos to family members, classmates, colleagues, friends. Well, that is called community. And these guys are gonna say, you know what? With AI, we can have our own community better, faster, better, okay? And when you join us, you will find out. We already have one, and it's growing by the second. Some of us online are doing what? E-commerce, drop shipping, emailing, bulk emailing, all of that. There are people online who do email marketing and they earn 6- and 7-figure income. I know that. I thought about that once upon a time. And these guys are gonna say, with AI, we can have ours even better. Some of us online are doing video conferencing, very popular these days, especially since the advent of COVID-19. That's what we are doing. So if you can see me, or you can hear me, or both, it means you went to some application called Zoom, you put in some ID, and there you are. Well, guess what? The founders, the owners of Zoom, they are monetizing on our services as we speak. And Zoom is not the only one. We have Skype, we have AnyMeeting, we have Cisco WebEx, Google Hangouts, Microsoft Teams. We have a plethora of more than 25 of them. all of them making serious money, especially since the advent of COVID-19. Well, Zoom is the most popular of all of them. Why? Because it is the most user-friendly, but not for long. You wait until you see ONPASSIVE's O Connect. Some of us who have been founders for some time, we've been lucky enough to see a demo of it. The images are clearer, 3D. It is faster. It is more secure, end-to-end encrypted. It is scalable. And above all, guess what? It is cheaper. But let's focus on Zoom. Let's focus on Zoom because it's still their day before we get out. Prior to COVID-19, Zoom was averaging 10 million participants every day. Well, same company took a statistic, April 1st, 2020, and that number had risen to over 300 million participants a day. November 30th, 2020, Forbes magazine came out with a report. Zoom had made more profits than ExxonMobil, the decades-old American oil company. My friends, do you know why? Ever since the advent of COVID-19, every university, high school, middle school, elementary school, asking students to take classes virtually. Those of us parents with kids, we are digital immigrants. We don't know how to use Zoom. We have to run around trying to figure out how to use this technology so that our kids can take classes. I have seen pastors, men of God, women of God, having virtual prayer services. I've seen virtual weddings, virtual graduations, all kinds of stuff. So what am I saying? The world is going virtual, and ONPASSIVE is simply going to help us monetize. Now let's talk about another virtual service, VPN, Virtual Private Network. Sounds like a mouthful. What is that? VPN is just a fancy name. It is a fancy name for a tunnel. It is a tunnel cut across a major network such as the internet. Employers use it so that their employees can access corporate data without fear of bad guys, without fear of hackers. Ever since the advent of COVID-19, more and more companies using VPN, asking their employees to work from home. Microsoft, Facebook, even the federal government asked employees to work from home. So guess what? They have to use a VPN. Guess what? Companies that specialize in that technology are making serious money. So these guys at ONPASSIVE, they're going to say, you know what? With artificial intelligence, we're going to have our own VPN. Super, super smart. More secure, end-to-end encrypted, more scalable. And above all, guess what? Cheaper. I can assure you, when ONPASSIVE launches, the big players in this space like Cisco Networks, they are going to know there is a new sheriff in town. Yes, they will. Now let's talk about another service. One more before we move on. Search engine optimization, SEO. What is that? Most of us, a lot of us have heard of search engines, right? Yahoo. We've heard of Bing. And if you're Apple enthusiast, you've heard of Safari. But there's also Google. We all should have heard of Google, right? So popular, it's like a verb these days. Google it. Everything in Google is free. You can go to Google 100 times a day, 1,000 times a day, free of charge. You can go to Google to create a Gmail account, 1, 10, 100, free of charge. You can even get what we call Google Voice account, voice over IP phone number, free of charge. So it sounds like everything is free in Google, right? Everything is free in Facebook, all these technology companies. Yet, Google is a multi-billion-dollar company. So here's a multi-billion-dollar question that I have for you all. How does Google make that money? Most of us don't know, and frankly, most of us don't even care because it's none of our business, right? But today, I'm gonna tell you the main way that Google makes money, because ONPASSIVE is going to help us make money the same way. So let's say you go to Google to search for something. And it can be anything. It can be a watch, a phone, it doesn't matter. But let's say this is a camera. And that's only because I do have an online store and I do market my cameras on Google, right? That's it. You go to Google, you search for camera. A bunch of them are going to pop up. And one of them is going to come from my store. If you click on that camera from my store, guess what? You just costed me money. Whether you buy it or not, doesn't matter. They call it pay-per-click. At the end of the day, Google is going to tally up all the customers that click my store and they'll just charge me. They bill my credit card they have on their file. So what does Google say? If you market with us, you advertise something through us, and the customer comes looking for that item, we're going to optimize our search, hence search engine optimization, right? Yes, because you've paid us. We'll optimize the search, bring your item to the top so that they can see it, eyeballs. Once they see it, case closed. Whether they like it or not, none of our business. So I am a small business person, very, very small, almost insignificant online. And let me tell you this, I'm paying Google averagely $400 a month. I'm paying Microsoft, Bill Gates, averagely $600 a month. Why am I paying Microsoft? He's a visionary, Mr. Bill Gates. He knew search engine is big, search engine optimization is going to be big. Did not have time to start a brand new company, bought an existing company called Bing, revamped it, and people like us have to pay him every month. I'm also paying Zoom for these services that we're on today, $200 every month. I'm paying a company called GoDaddy for something called domain name service. Every business online, every business you see online has a domain name, and somebody is monetizing on it. And you're gonna see DNS, domain name service. It's one of the things that ONPASSIVE is gonna be helping us provide and paying us on it. These guys at ONPASSIVE, they're gonna say, you know what, this SEO, search engine optimization, this is big. Well, with AI, we're gonna have our own, super, super smart. By the time you type the first character, it already knows where you are headed. Let me tell you something, my friends, when ONPASSIVE launches, the big players in this space like Google, they will know there is a new kid on the block. Yes, they will. So what am I doing? I'm just giving you some of the services, the products that ONPASSIVE is putting together, digital products, the ones that we can relate to. And what is ONPASSIVE saying? What are they doing? Here's what they say. If you're an individual, you're a business person, small or large, you need a digital service, you need something online, we're going to have it. AI driven from start to finish. And we're going to have it under one umbrella. We'll put it all in one place. In IT, we'll call it single sign-on. And here's a big word I want you to take home today, integrated, right? No company on earth has ever succeeded in integrating all these services. ONPASSIVE is the first, and we are 99% there. I know a lot of you here are founders. Some of you are guests. If you're a guest, hopefully you're going to join us today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, right? And you will get excited. I can guarantee you, the more you know about ONPASSIVE, the more excited you're going to get. And here's what happens when you get excited. You're going to tell everybody you know, friends, family, doesn't matter. I just found this company. It's great. And some of them are going to laugh at you. Well, our products are intangible, right? They're not touchable. So they're going to say, hey, by the way, does this company even have a product? Yes, yes, we're going to tell them. We have a total internet solution. TIS. We have a total digital solution, TDS. Okay? We also can say you have a total IT solution, same thing, TIS. Whichever one is more convenient for you? Total internet solution, total IT solution, total digital solution, same thing. And now, ONPASSIVE itself has its own three-worded phrase for it, Smart Business Solution, SBS. Yes, why is it smart? Because if you're a business person and you use our tools, your business will have better profits, more profit than any other business. That makes you a smart business person, right? Okay, so you have all these things in one place. I told you guys earlier, you don't have to recruit to make money. If you did, I will not be here talking to you. You don't have to come out of pocket every month to pay some bill. That is big. And most importantly, you have the best digital services, viable digital services in this day and age. This is called value. You're going to be hard pressed to find one company with all three of these. And I'm going to tell you this. If you find it, you call me, you contact me, I will be your first customer. And now you have this value in one place. What is it going to cost you to become a member, a founding member of this company? And I told you guys earlier, when my friend came to me just over 2 years ago, it was $97. Fortunately for you, it is still $97. How much longer is it going to stay $97? I can assure you, not very long. Why? Because we are soon headed into our soft launch. And what is soft launch? Just a period when we, the founding members, are beta testing the products. The products are already out. Some of them are out. And we are going to start testing them, we, the founders. But before we do that, that $97 price will go up. So if you're here and you are not yet a founder, get back to whoever invited you so you can become one. If you're familiar with Richard Branson, CEO of Virgin Atlantic Airlines, he said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you don't understand it, jump on it and then learn about it later. So this is that. This is more than amazing. Jump on it. And our CEO says why? That $97 is refundable. That means you come in today as a founder, 1 week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you don't like what you see, just say, I want my money back. You can't beat that. Now, you pay your $97. What happens next? Financially, nothing. And if you're a guest here today, important, this is the meat of this presentation, take a sip of water and listen up. When ONPASSIVE launches, the founding position is closed. That's it. Doesn't matter how much money you have, you cannot become a founder. That AI-driven traffic that I just mentioned to you guys is gonna go to work on our behalf, bringing in customers and or resellers. And when these customers come in, what are they gonna be looking for? Subscription. Remember the products I told you, I mentioned to you guys a few of them. There are about 50 of them, all in one place. VPN, email marketing, online banking, IP tracker, okay? Stream URL, there are a bunch of them, all in one place, Academy. When these guys come in, they are gonna pay one small subscription fee of around $250, that's it. I told you guys earlier, I'm paying just Google alone about $400, just Microsoft $600, Zoom $200. Just imagine if I had all those things in one place and I'm paying about $250, how much value is that? These customers are gonna jump on it. Trust me, believe me. Now, we the founders, when ONPASSIVE launches, we are going to be ONPASSIVE's first customers. We are going to be a product of that product. So we are going to pay that subscription. It is a monthly subscription, yeah? Very important. We're here today because we're interested in making monthly residual income. You cannot have monthly residual income without monthly subscription. The two go hand in hand, like in marriage. However, because we are founders, we are only going to pay that subscription once upon launch. AI traffic goes to work. As customers come in, we are getting commission. 30 days later, our subscription is due. The system is going to take that money from our profits, make the payment, and the balance we can take home. Very important. Now, I told you guys, we're gonna pay one-time subscription of what? About $250. ONPASSIVE has guaranteed that money lifetime. What does that mean? That means upon public launch, you make that one-time subscription. ONPASSIVE says, give us at least 3 months. Give us at least 90 days. If you don't like what you're seeing, what you're getting, no problem. Just say, I want my money back. And they will make sure you get that $250 back, okay? Huge. I also told you, ONPASSIVE, like the name implies, is a passive opportunity. So you can be passive if you want. You can be active if you so desire. Everybody wins. Whether passive or active, you are going to succeed with ONPASSIVE. However, those who are active, those who decide to share the opportunity will win much faster. Number one, you're going to help the people you love, the people you care about, for them to win. And then guess what? Like Zig Ziglar says, you help enough people get what they want, you eventually get what you want. So you're going to get your goal much faster. However, because AI traffic is going to build our business for us upon launch, they're going to build for you, whether you're passive or active. If you're active, they're going to build on top of what you already started. Therefore, you're going to win much sooner than the passive person. Cool. Now, let me say this one thing, and then we're going to go to Q&A. There is risk in every business, and ONPASSIVE is no different. So what is our risk? $97. Our CEO has made it less of a risk because there is a refund. Yet you're going to have people that don't want to part ways with $97 for whatever reason. If you fall in that category, not a problem. You can still make money with ONPASSIVE. And let me show you and explain to you how. You can wait, hold on to your $97. Don't become a founder. Yes, just hold on to your money. You wait until we launch. You can wait 2 months after launch, 6 months after launch, 2 years after launch. It doesn't matter until it becomes a household name. And then you come in. You can come in as a customer or as a reseller. It doesn't matter, but you cannot be a founder anymore, right? You are still going to make money. You're going to get a value from the products. You're going to make some money because traffic will be given to you if you're a reseller. However, you're not going to make the kind of money that founders make. All these different companies that you see out there, Facebook, Yahoo, Google, all of them. You can still make money today. You can buy some shares, wait some time, sell those shares. You might be lucky enough to make some profit. Not the kind of profit that the founders make, the people in the beginning. So what am I saying? The people that make real money are the people that come in when it is an ideology, looks good, sounds good. They take a leap of faith and they are in. Those that wait until it becomes household name, too little, too late. So I believe I've given you enough info to make an informed decision. But if you have some doubts, you have some questions, no problem. If you are a guest, feel free. I have with me Miss Marina Favit. I call her our Queen of Africa, who's going to be helping me. She's part of the Leadership Council. She's going to help me take some of your questions. And we will make sure that every question is answered before we get out of here. Feel free. Please just make sure your video is on when you talk to us so that we can see you the same way that you see us. Thank you. Marina, do you have a word or two for our guests before we take their questions?
Hello, Charles. Hello, Africa. Hello, world. Great to be here. Can you hear me and can you see me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, to all the South Africans that may be on this call or watching the recording, I wish you a happy Freedom Day. It's the milestone of 27 years where we had a one man, one vote in this country. So it was quite an iconic day for all South Africans. Anyway, it's all about Freedom Day, and definitely ONPASSIVE is going to be that blessed hope. We'll be able to give you the financial and time freedom that we all look for in life. Literally the laptop lifestyle. I know that sounds cliche, but that is what you'll be able to do. If you have a laptop, or not even a laptop, just a mobile device, you will be able to get into this business and start creating generational wealth, building family dynasties, and changing your family tree. So I really encourage you, to get in. I see Alex asked earlier, or just now in the chat, why have I never heard of ONPASSIVE before? It's because ONPASSIVE has not advertised. We're still in pre-launch. And what you're hearing here today is just us as founding members who are committed to the vision that have shared this opportunity. So the company has not advertised, but we already have 630,000 founding members worldwide, and that is in pre-launch. So once ONPASSIVE actually goes into the official launch, believe me, it's going to be like a tsunami hit the internet world, because it will be everywhere when the artificial intelligence marketing campaigns, not just marketing campaigns, it's going to be on television. I mean, I'm not talking about just email and stuff. I'm talking about television adverts, magazines, high-tech magazines, whatever's the hip and hop and happening. It's going to be in the best newspapers and everything. So, you know, understand that whatever we see now, whatever the trend is now, and you think, wow, they must have a lot of money to advertise, ONPASSIVE is going to be right up there, advertising like all the tech giants, and everyone who is anybody will be using a product of ONPASSIVE. So I see Alex has put his hand up, and we're happy to answer questions. Thank you very much from me. I'll be here to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. As always, you're there when we need you. So, Q&A time. I see someone already has his hand up. Great. So we're gonna go with Hans.
Do you need me to monitor, Charles?
Yes, please go ahead and do that.
Okay, great. Alex, will you please unmute yourself and tell us where you're from and ask your question? Thank you.
Yeah, hi, my name's Alex. I'm from Vancouver, BC.
Welcome.
So my question is, ONPASSIVE's been around for quite a bit of time now, right? So my question is, why haven't they released anything?
Okay. Well, I was hoping.
The other guy who was speaking there, he said he joined a while back, right? And he was told 12 months it'd be released. Why hasn't anything been released then?
Okay, well, firstly, let me put you in the picture. I'm not sure if you heard the whole explanation or presentation that Charles gave. The vision, the idea, our CEO Ash Mafara had in July 2018. That was just an idea at the time of how is he going to do this, because he saw there was a gap in the market, there was a problem and needed a solution. And that's what's happened. He has gotten his friends and colleagues together, discussed it, and then brought on technicians, architects, engineers in the IT industry, and it grew bigger and bigger and bigger. So initially, it was just going to be a digital marketing platform, but it is grown into a super unicorn company, and we have over 700 staff members. So yes, I would just say thank goodness it didn't launch when, you know, just as a digital marketing platform, because now we as founders are part of something so much bigger. You can't really compare ONPASSIVE to anything out there. We're not a network marketing company, not a MLM. We're a global IT company, the likes of, you know, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. We are huge. And if you think about it, it took Zoom to just release or to launch one product, which was a webinar platform. It took them 4 years. We are only not even 3 years in the making or in the whole creation. And we are about 5 years ahead of the market and the industry standards because of the people that we have working for us. We've already got 4 data scientists working for us. And those guys, I know I used to be in recruitment. They're very, very hard to come by. So the people that are working for ONPASSIVE are coming from the likes of Google, McAfee, Facebook, Twitter. They're wanting to work for ONPASSIVE because it's like they know what's coming. So I hope that answers your questions. And if not, you're welcome to raise your hand again. I'll unmute you or ask you to unmute yourself again and just answer or let us know if that will suffice, Alex. I see your video has gone off now. Hoping that was. Thank you. Anyone else, if you want to ask a question and you are a guest here tonight, please raise your hand physically like that, or preferably like that. Okay, I see Moto. Moto G8 Power. Can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? Thank you.
Yes, my name is Elizabeth. I'm from London, UK.
Great,
I would like
welcome,
to
Elizabeth.
know. Pardon?
Yes, I said
Can
great.
you hear me?
Welcome. Yes, we can. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm a guest today. I would really want to know when can I make the payment to be a founder, and when is the launch going to be, the soft launch? That will require us to pay $250. I'm ready
you.
to be part of the founder members now.
I'm glad you are, Elizabeth. That's fantastic. Obviously, a friend of yours or someone you know sent you to this webinar, this presentation.
Yes, yes.
Okay, you just get back to that person and you say, thank you, I'll listen to the presentation and I'm ready to register. Please send me your link. Everybody gets their own personal registration link. So you would just get the registration link from them, make your payment, and as soon as you've made your payment, if you're using card or debit or credit card, your access will be almost immediate. If you pay with Bitcoin or one of the other, it could take a few hours up to a few days. So we always encourage, use the card. It works out to $102 because there's a $5 admin fee, but that is so worth it, that you get instant access, and then you'll be able to get your link as well to send out to people that you want to share the opportunity with, and then have access to the exclusive Go Founders back office, where weekly we have meetings with the leadership council members and our CEO when he has time. But he normally spends hours with us when he does come on, and yes, we'll take it from there. And from there, you will see all the founders only webinars. You'll see the guest webinars coming up, and we'll just keep you plugged in. And I think that's pretty much everything. So for now, just get registered as soon as you can. You will definitely thank the person that invited you and sign up. And then once you are active, you'll be able to get access to everything that we have as privileged founders.
Okay, one more question. Can I register children on this website?
Yes, what you can do, Elizabeth, is once you've got your, once you've paid and you have access to the back office, use your own registration link. You'll go, it's under my links and registration link. You just sign up. You can actually, if it's your children and they're underage, you could actually open accounts for them, but say that you are the manager of this account. There's 2 tick boxes. When you have to sign the NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, we all have to do that, or else you won't get access to the back office. Once you've ticked those 2 boxes, the first one just says that you understand the terms and conditions of this non-disclosure agreement, or the content of it, I should say. And then the second tick says that I am the owner or the manager of this account. So you can have as many accounts as you want. Obviously, each one you have to pay, and each one will need to pay that one-time subscription once we launch. But you can have as many accounts as you can afford for as many family members, all in your name and your surname if you want. And then at a later stage, you can change the name. But each account has to have a different email address. That is the unique identifier. So you could have elizabeth1@gmail.com for the one account, elizabeth2@gmail.com, whatever the case is, but you have to have a different email address for each one. And at any time you can change the name, the phone number, the name, surname, phone number of that account without even having to go through support. You cannot change an email without having to go through support, but that's very difficult. Once you've registered, it's best to just stick with that email. So make sure that you're using an email address that you use often and that you have access to. Preferably not a work email address if you are employed by someone else. So we prefer, everyone just opens Gmail accounts for now, or Yahoo accounts. That's always the best. And when are we launching? We're on the verge of going into our soft launch, and that is happening when we have, well, any day now. It's maybe, a few weeks, maybe a month or so. will be in our soft launch. There's no date as set, there's no date set, but as we get the information, you know, we will share it with everyone, and you'll obviously find out also from the back office. And then we'll stay in soft launch testing the product. So at least at that point, we'll have hands-on experience. We'll be able to test a few of the products and use some of the products before we actually go to launch, and then have the opportunity to invite other people at the increased price, but at least we're not letting anyone be left behind, you know. So hopefully your friends and colleagues and that will get in now while it's still $97, because it could go up by 100%. We're thinking that it's between 50 and 100% increase, probably 100%, because the value that you're getting with ONPASSIVE is just, it's priceless. It's amazing. So try and get in as many people as you can if you're wanting to share it with others now before the price increase. So it gives you a bit of time as well before the soft launch. Anything else?
One more question to take your time.
Okay.
How often are the webinars?
Have
How
private,
often?
no problem. We have a private webinar usually once a week with our CEO. If there's the product isn't ready or for whatever reason you can't make it, then we'll have it the next week. But there are other webinars that we have without the CEO, just the founders. We have question and answer webinars where only founders attend. And then we have all these guest webinars. So every day there's literally something happening within the ONPASSIVE group.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. All the best. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay. Right, anyone else, please raise your hand to ask a question. And I'm going to check the chat box here quickly. Alex, you seem to have a few questions here. It's definitely not a pyramid scheme. And you don't have to have a team if you don't want to. The only reason we are sharing this opportunity is because we want to help more people get out of the situation that they are and be able to change their family tree and build generational wealth. So the reason we are getting paid is that our CEO decided to share the wealth with us. He could be one of the wealthiest men in the world, but he has a heart for humanity, and instead of keeping everything to himself, he is sharing it with the founders. And that is how we are going to get paid on a unique pay plan, which is also getting patented. It's never been done before. So I really hope that you do get in, Alex. I'm not sure who invited you, but there's a lot more information. If you're uncertain, you can check my channel, Marina Favit, on Passive on YouTube. Charles Asong also has a YouTube channel. There's loads of information. Jeffrey Morlock, Red Redfin, Marty DeGama, ONPASSIVE Nation. I mean, there's just so much information, and you'll see Dr. Bill Williams is one of the top 100 doctors of the world. He's also got a YouTube channel and a founder within ONPASSIVE. So there's a lot of information. You know, I'm not going to let one person that has no idea what ONPASSIVE is put me off, because that's literally just stripping me from my destiny. If you are here as a guest, you were meant to be. And I always say, if you've ever asked God for help, if you've ever just said, where is my break? You know, please help me get out of the situation. This, I would say to everyone, this is that break that you have been waiting for. And we're not here to convince anybody. You know, you're either in or you're out. We give you the information, and it's up to you to make the decision. We're not going to beg anyone to join. We just encourage you to take a look at the information and make an informed decision based on that. Yeah, there's always mixed information, Alex. You know, if you actually look at it, and anyone that has anything bad to say about ONPASSIVE, I can't stand it, because if you go into that information, you'll always find that those people are just looking to draw the group, the masses of ONPASSIVE, and they will always say, if you're looking for a legitimate, viable business or whatever, join this company, click here and join me. You know, they are just literally, I call them scavengers, because they literally just try to hook you in, run our company down, and they have no idea They say that I have no products. They have no clue. We've got 50 digital products and tools. It's all on our website. So go ahead, have a look at the website, www.onpassive.com. Search the products, search what AI is, search about our CEO. Everything's on there. So, you know, we're fully transparent. We've got a building in Hyderabad, 7 floors, 7 stories. We've got 700 staff members in there. I mean, you know, show me a company that had so many staff members in their pre-launch. So, yeah, I'm saying too much. Charles, where are you? Thank you very much. I hope that this helps everyone that's here and, you know, still sitting on the fence.
I forgot I was in a webinar, actually. Just
no, because I'm just rambling on.
Okay. All right. Do we have any other questions, or that's it? Oh, Mr. Alex, do you have a question? I prefer when you show your video and we talk, right? So that way we can get you more informed, because I know, yes, there are all kinds of information out there, but it's better put your video on and we can chat. You know what I'm saying? That's my preferred mode of doing stuff anyway. Like Marina said, you know, we're just giving out information, and you want to join, great. Don't want to join, we've done our part. Just like I said earlier.
I see, Dave Ball, who's a great, wonderful person, he invited Alex. So I'm sure that Dave will also give him a lot of information. Look here, this is exciting, and it almost seems too good to be true, because it's like, wow, everything ONPASSIVE has done has never been seen before and never done before technology. There might be similar products out there that you think, oh, well, I've seen that before, yes. But what ONPASSIVE has done is either created it from the ground up or perfected what's out there, and all our tools and products are embedded with artificial intelligence. It just takes it up and, you know, to the next level, and helping your business, whether you're in a business or not. If you're just looking for an opportunity online to earn residual income, ONPASSIVE is your answer. If you have an existing business that you'd like to get more leads and traffic to and get more eyes on it, ONPASSIVE is the answer. So whatever it is, even if you're a student looking for great online courses, ONPASSIVE is your answer. Literally, ONPASSIVE is the solution. It's the total business solution, total internet solution, you know, that's going to be out there. And it's going to be a household name. We're going to say Opiate on Passive it, you know, just like it was Google it or Xerox it with the copier. So yes, ONPASSIVE will be a household name, and it's minimal. $97, especially guys in the States, $97 to you is nothing, you know. In Africa, South Africa, it's 15 to 1. So to us, $97, but it still hurts us a little bit. But it's so much better than what's out there. You're never going to get anything like this. And if you're not happy after 3 months of us launching, get your money back. Say, I don't want to be a founder anymore, and you will get the $97 back. So, you know, I would just say, go for it, Alex. And David, if you need my help, if you need any other information, I'm happy to get onto Blower with you as well. Thanks. I don't see any other questions. Lots of people from all over the world here tonight. I welcome you, and I thank you for spending your time with us here. And also to the founders that are helping to answer any questions in the chat box here. And there's, okay, Terry's also just sent a link to all our guest webinars. So for the guests that are here, you can click onto that webinar, sorry, not webinar, onto the Telegram channel, and it will just literally will update you with upcoming webinars that's for guests. So if you're wanting to attend another guest or two, another webinar or two, and bring a friend or two, you can just check on there. Yeah, Master Teng from Philippines, well, originally from Philippines, said, this is a take it or leave it. Don't let anyone deny you of what opportunity you want to be in. Yeah, I agree. You know, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's here, the doors are open, and it's up to you if you want to jump on or not. Nobody's forcing you, but we really, really hope that you do get in. Yeah, that's it. Charles, this was an easy one.
Oh, yeah.
Normally we go on for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes.
Yeah. I like as they're getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Right?
Yes, yeah. No, I think your, also your presentation is very detailed. So it's less questions as well.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Tyrone.
we do have a corporate webinar coming up in just about 40 minutes. So maybe if you're a guest and you want to go hear from another perspective, go ahead and do that. I think it's going to be great for you, or founders. You can just go there, because I believe every time you listen to a webinar, you learn one thing. I can assure you that there's one thing that you're going to learn from that webinar. So if the more you want to know about ONPASSIVE, or if you want to start presenting yourself, then it's important to listen to as many of them as possible, right? You listen to all these different ways of doing it, and you can develop your own unique style, right? That's just the way it works. So don't miss out on any of those opportunities.
Absolutely. Thanks, Charles. Yeah. And I'll also be at that webinar later, and you'll see it. I really encourage those of you, Elizabeth and Alex, I'm not sure who else are guests here, but hop on to that meeting in 40 minutes time, and you'll see a different perspective. Charles really, he's got the IT background, so he speaks from that background and that perspective. And then you've got Marty, Mike, and Dan, and who's just come out of network marketing and online business without the IT background. But you'll see how they speak about it, and it's up to you to make the decision. So everyone's got their own perspective and own point of view with it, but I do encourage you to attend both, and I think you'll enjoy them both as much. Thank you.
All right, and for those of you who are French speaking or who have French speaking loved ones, we have a guest webinar tomorrow. That will be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the list goes on. So see you guys at the corporate webinar, right?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right. Dr. Benny, do you have a word or two to tell the people? You're moderating here today.
Yes. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Awesome for the excellent presentation. You have always done it. We love you. We love you so much. We want to thank Miss the Queen of Africa, the one and only. We love you. To our newest guest, please go back and say thank you to whoever brought you here, because that person loves you so much. Look, we are family. I want to let you guys know that if you need any help, you can call me, you can text me. I will walk with you. We are all family. I love you guys. Thank you for coming.
All right. See you all later. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye-bye.